Boom, boom. This is Ken, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Got a little bit of Solander loaded up today. All right, so let's a few things to talk about. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, first, I want to introduce my sect to everybody. I've never officially actually, I've gone into it, so you might have seen it. We're fam. The reason I'm putting it out there is because of the fact that with the new event that they've come out with the Soul Force summons, these tickets are apparently only available at sects. You have to be a member of a sect to get these tickets. And you have to actually not only be a member of a sect, but you have to participate in the actual tournament. Okay? We're a little bit behind. I'm going to have to send Belmont so he can attack. But they're a little bit higher than us, so it might be difficult. But anyway, you get them inside of here. You get one here, two here, two more. So that's 4. Okay? And then you get the rest of them inside of the shop. 3 each. 6, 4, 10. There's your 10. On a daily basis, you can get 10. And that's what you want to make sure that you are drawing is 10 inside of this Soul Force summon. Because when you do 10, you are guaranteed to get a middle or higher Soul Force. This is an excellent source of BP as well too. So my sect's out there. We've got space. We've got like 20 slots free. We got 50 slots. We got like 32 people. So you just have to join the sect and participate in the tournament. Okay? The sect boss, the daily boss. Just get in there and do your 3. That's all you got to do. Okay? There's no, you can just join. The sect's wide open. I don't believe in penalizing people for not playing. I just, I don't have a problem with that. It's not like, I do it for the rewards. Okay, you get some pretty good rewards. We do participate in Sect War. We win occasionally, we lose occasionally. It just depends on what you're going up against. Okay, so we do participate, and we do participate in the tournament as well. So, and Tyrant's Nest, you want to do the Tyrant's Nest primarily because of the fact of the Doomstones. You get Doomstones right here. And I've talked about Doomstones before, and I'll talk about Doomstones again. Doomstones are needed because Doomstones are exceedingly important for enlightenment. If you want to enlighten your soul bones, you need Doomstones. Okay? And you need lots of Doomstones, because 1 enlightenment is 65, but I'm at God 4, so that's awful high. But if you're down lower at God 3, it's 55. Then I can do enlightenment to take that to 4, so I want to do that. So now she's all set at God 4. Look at that. Huge, see, huge amounts of jump with this right here. That might actually set me up in my Soul Force trial. Nope, still at 3159. So, but yeah, so you need Doomstones, okay? So make sure that you get as many Doomstones as you want. And remember, Soul Bones, guys, Soul Bones are transferable. So don't feel, like, oh, should I hold off? Don't. Just pump it into a soul bone, because you can take that soul bone off and put it on another character. Okay? You can't take the armor off of the character. Okay? You can't remove this right here from the character, but this stuff is all removable. Okay? So just keep that in mind. So you should pump up your soul bones as much as you can. I immediately, when I get the mats, every couple of days I do a soul bone upgrade enhancement session, just to keep an eye on them, make sure get everybody doing right in order. Enhancements, enlightenment, all that stuff. So you definitely want to do that, and you need soul bones. You need Doomstones to do that. So make sure that you get the Doomstones and join the sect, and you'll be able to do that. Like I said, fam, no question. I've still got like 20 slots. We got like 50 people. We've got 32. So I've still got like 18 slots. So and there's no requirements to join or anything like that. You can be, but you do have to participate in the tournament on a daily basis to get the tickets. And you'll be 6 tickets inside of the actual shop. And you need to participate in the tournament simply because that's how you get the currency to actually purchase them. And well, you can purchase 3 using diamonds, but the other 3 require currency you get from the tournament. It's not hard. You can just set it on auto and go. You don't have to get any special score. or anything like that. Just participating, you get enough to actually purchase the tickets. But yeah, this is an excellent source of BP. Plus, it's fun. I actually enjoy it. I like trying to, building this. I'm getting all the shards for the good ones here. See, these are the top of the line ones right here. I've almost got enough to do a soul breaking spear shard. And then once you do these, once you do the shards, you start making sets and whatnot, which are really cool. And then you get the really good stuff. So it's fun, and it doesn't go out of character. I'm not enhancing. Yeah, you can enhance them. If you click on it, enhancement, it uses this right here. I'm not going to do that on the lower level ones. I'm going to do it on the higher level ones. Okay, the big ones. Once I start getting the these, of course, and these, I'll enhance. Okay, and then once I get a set, then I'll enhance these. Okay, so I want to wait until I've formed a set, okay, before I actually do that. And what are sets? Well, sets are in the Soul Force collection, where you actually form. See, if you click on this, is a set, and it gives you attributes. So I don't want to. So I'll do the orange ones and the red ones immediately, of course. But I'm not going to do these lower ones until I get a set. But then once I get a set, then I'll enhance them. So I'm just holding off until I start completing sets, so I know which ones to enhance. I've got quite a bit of the actual, as you can see. I've got 62,000, and you get these inside of your sect. Again, just doing sect bot, you'll get this stuff as rewards. So you really have to do a sect if you have to be in a sect if you want to actually get any of this stuff. So that's why I'm promoting the, so everybody can want some place to go where you're not going to be pressured into doing stuff. You can just, I keep it running. I do set, I give a skill buffs and everything. Okay. So, but yeah, to get this, you need to be in it. So this is the way to do it. And then once you get get these sets right here, and then once I've got the set, then I'll level them up. Enhancements. I want to make sure I'm using it on sets. So that's why I'm holding off doing it right yet. And then once I get a set complete, then I'll do mass enhancement. Get up to I think it's max like 200 or 100, something like that. It doesn't really say, but I think it's like 100 is what they go to. Yes, 100 is the max. So I'll start. Yeah, then I'll start. I'll start doing those. But yeah, I want to get sets. They've got sets all kinds here. See, these are all the sets that form. So I want to make sure that that I've got a set complete. Like if I could get to Fire Dragon, have a set, and then I'd enhance all these up to 100, max them out because it's a set. I don't really care. It gives you crit, but it gives you so much stuff. It doesn't really matter. You want to get the 4-star effect, which should be attack. So there are a lot of enhancement items on them, but I want to focus on the sets. So that's why I'm holding off dumping a lot of my my enhancement material into them. But once I get a set, I'll start doing that. Okay. So yeah, hit it up. Fam, that's what we're called. Got 18 slots. Actually, we've got 12 slots now. So 30 to 50, 22 slots actually. So yeah, so that's what we're looking for. Okay. So get that, and yeah, you got to participate. But in the tournament shop is where you get this stuff. And participating in this Sect bot just from the actual rewards. Here's your soul power crystals that you use to enhance them. Okay, so everything is Sect associated. I have not seen any other way to actually get outside of there. Have not seen it at all. So I'm not exactly sure, what we're going to be, what we're going to be able to come up with in terms of that. You're going to have to just join a sect if you want to get all this stuff. But like I say, we're here, and I don't have any requirements, so it is, it is what it is. But that's the way we go. And you'll be able to do the tournament, participate in the Tyrant's Nest to get the Doomstones. and that's what you want to do. And that'll enable you to get a vital source of Doomstones. The only other Doomstones that are available, I think they are available in the arena Battle of the Clouds, I believe it is. And you have to do 10, so you have to purchase 5 to sweep at 10. Yeah, right here, 2. So that's 2 a day. So that's 14 a week. But inside of the Tyrant's Nest, you can get, I think, 9 on a daily basis. So that's definitely what you want to do. That would put you at about, on a week, you need about 65 to actually do your enhancements. So, God, you see Soul Bones, God 4. God 4, to go to God 5, it is 665, okay? So in roughly about, a week and a half, you'd have enough to do it. I'm at God 4. I'm wrong one. These 25, so I could do a week. I could get, I've got to work on her because I've got everybody at God 4. That's my goal, God 4. God 4 is where God 4 is where you start getting the maximum enhancement effectiveness. You get stronger doing more, but it's just that the rewards in the God 5, are there, but I'm going to focus on the rest of the team before I start going into God 5. And remember, this is soul stuff. So this can be taken off and put on another character. It's not like, it's not like it's locked to that character. So if you get an triple S character, level him up, you can move the stuff off of one of your other characters onto him, onto the triple S character, and do that. The triple S characters are good. There's no doubt about that. But we'll just have to see. I have not heard of any points where they seem to be overpowering at this point. And they've already got SP out on the China server, so there's obviously another tier. So, it's going to be getting to the point where it's very difficult to actually maximum enhance all of them. So we're going to have to be a little bit more picky in what we're doing, but I haven't decided exactly what criteria I'm going to use for that yet. I know I'm really looking at the healer, Ling Ling. She's the 3rd character that's going to be introduced. I want to see what she offers. Which is I'm going to continue working on. I've got Wrong maxed, but I'm working on her Soul Bones set right now. If Ling Ling turns out to be a much better healer, we might switch to her. By the time she comes around, I'll definitely have enough to fully max her out. So that's one of the things I do. I could come really close. I could probably get died in maybe 3. Okay, maybe 3 Moon. Sun, probably 3 Sun. Right off the bat, I probably won't have enough to actually fully rank him up. I assume he's going to be more than it was before. I probably have about 10,000 total right now. And I got a feeling it's probably going to be closer to 12 or 13 for him. So I'm not going to be able to quite bring him up to max. I really did not plan on it either. The fact of the matter is, Seaguy, Tang Sang, and Wu are exceedingly OP. I think both of them are probably a little bit are comparable to him. Of course, once he's fully maxed and they're fully maxed, he's probably a bit better. This is because he's a higher grade character. But I don't have the mats to actually fully max him out as of yet. And they're going to be introducing the next character. So, I might just skip him and go wait for the next one. And then on the 3rd character, we got the healer, Ling Ling. So we'll have to see. Rong's an excellent healer, and she does good stat buff. But I'm expecting that Ling Ling is going to be throwing out some pretty awesome stat buff and some awesome healing as well. So that would healer's always a good choice if you're unsatisfied or unsure what to do. Healer would be an excellent choice. So that's why I'm going to wait till she comes out and see what she's got, and then we'll go from there. But the next one might be good. Dies physical. The next one coming, that's a magical DPS. Okay, so but here's the thing: you want to have a physical DPS. That's a melee character, and you want to have a magical DPS which is ranged. Okay, you don't want to have you want to have your tank and your physical DPS at melee range on the character on the enemy, but you want to have two in the backfield. And you want to have two in the backfield because you don't want your healer standing in the backfield all alone, because if anything goes to the backfield, it's going to go to her because she's the only one back there. So you want to have something back there with her, not necessarily to protect her, but just to reduce the chance by 50% that she might not be the one to get attacked if you go against something that jumps to your back line. Okay, so I want two ranged, two melee. So you want a tank and a physical DPS. So Die would replace Clear Sky Tang Heo. Comparatively, it looks like Die's doing a tad bit more on the damage scale, not much, but enough that he might be an interesting choice. Unfortunately, and then the next one is a magical DPS, which I doubt we'll have to see, but I don't expect that that's going to be, Tang San's OP. I mean, 12,000% damage on a swipe. I mean, ridiculous. You can wipe a whole team with that thing. I've had that happen numerous times inside of PvP, where I've gone up against a person, and his Tang San's proc his before mine, and it's virtually annihilated me. That's ridiculous. So that's the reason I can't get past, can't get past the top 30 in PvP, is because Tang San keeps, annihilating groups with his when his skills proc when he throws up that wind tornado. So you have to actually take that into account. I don't know if another magical DPS is gonna be comparable to him. I'm sure that the magical DPS, the next one, will probably be doing base damage will probably be a little bit better. Stats will of course be better. A little bit better, but I don't know if the skill that it's proccing is going to be equivalent to what Seaguy Tang San, and that's what makes Seaguy Tang San so OP, and that's what makes Wu OP is their skill set. It's the skills they're throwing off and their capabilities that make them extremely powerful. So if the skill sets on Triple S character, while maybe better base stats and maybe have base power, in the end it's not as effective simply because the skill set isn't there. We don't know. Okay, the skill set on Evil Eye was not bad, but I don't think it was enough that I'm going to immediately unseat Clear Sky. Die, as always, has had a problem surviving. That is his biggest problem. That's the reason the SS character of him was complete trash and nobody used it, even though it was the free character. It was simply because of the fact that he died. Okay, he had no survival, but they've changed that. He now has survivability in his skill set. Okay, but when you do that, you take away from his damage capabilities because you're having to make, requirements for his hit points, and he's got shield. Takes away from more damage, but he'll be more survivable now. So you have to take that into account as well. And then people will start, he's starting to get up. I've heard that he's really good. I haven't heard anybody say he's super OP yet. Taking that into account as well. But we'll have to see. I'm going to get him. I'll analyze his skill set. I'll throw some mats his way. See what we get out of him. And if after I've got him up a couple, like 3 sun, and I've got most of his equipment maxed out, and he's throwing out some pretty horrendous BP, then I might move him into the main team. But that's a decision we'll make once we see. And then of course, we've got another magical DPS coming, and then we've got the healer. So we're gonna have to be a little bit selective in the way we level them up according to what will be best for the team. And like I say, a healer is always a good choice. So we'll have to see. But yeah, it's just one of those things. But yeah, so keep that in mind. Do join the sect. If not mine, anybody's. That's the only way to get the tickets or for the Martial Soul summons. You want to do 10 at a time, and that's the way to get the tickets. All right, so again, that's all I got. Event-wise, White Tiger's up. This ends today, so make sure that you purchased everything inside of here that you wanted to. I purchased everything but these A+. Okay, make sure you get all this stuff so that when the next event rolls in a couple of weeks, you'll be able to create Evil Eye. And then we'll the fun will begin as we start working on him and see what he's got. You know, I don't, paper does not sway me. What I see, I've had skill sets on numerous games where the skill set looks like it's awesome. You put him in there and it just does not work, and it's total trash. And then I've seen skill sets on paper where it looked like total trash. You put him in there and they're freaking OP. So I no longer, I read it and I take that reading with a grain of salt. The skill set looks good on paper. Will it translate into actual battle? We don't know. I swear it's like sometimes some of these developers don't test the character before they throw it out there. They just program it and give it all these awesome stats, and it absolutely doesn't work. So that's why, you know, we'll have to wait and see. I'll get him. I'll throw some mats his way because, as I've always said, guys, it's right here. You can get it all back. So don't be scared to experiment. So that's what we're going to do. If he, you know, if I throw a little mats his way, enhance him up, and if he's throwing out some pretty awesome BP and some pretty awesome skills, and I'm winning battles with him, I'll swap him out for Clear Sky. Okay, because that's who will be replacement, physical DPS for physical DPS. As I've said, you want 2 in the backfield, 2 in the front field. So in the backfield, you want a healer and a magical DPS. Front line, you want your tank and a physical DPS for melee. So that's what he'll have to go. So that's what we'll do. But yeah, you know, I'll do some videos. We'll talk about it. We'll make it see if any of you have spent the money and tell me what and have worked on Evil Eye if he's really good. Okay, I know people told me that Wu and Tang Sang were OP. They were accurate. They were both very OP. So you know, Sigai Tang San is at freaking God 1, and he's already bypassed Clear Sky God 4. Okay, if that's not OP, I don't know what is. Okay, I've several things have not been fully enhanced on her, and she's already completing with BB Dong, who's got awakening on some of her equipment. She has none, but she's yeah. So they're definitely in terms of BP far, you know, they far exceed the other characters. But they should. They're protagonists, so then naturally, of course, that's what. But yeah, but you know, that's what about Dai. He's one of the Shrek 7, so he's a protagonist, I'm sorry, he's one of the good guys. And on the Shrek 7, and you would assume all Shrek 7 characters would be a little bit stronger than some of the others. So that's why you know, if you played him and found out he's OP, let me know. It would not surprise me in the slightest if he was. The skill set looks good, but again, does it actually play out when you actually use him in battle? You know, I've played Azure Lane, I've played all kinds of games, and I've seen paper, like I said, I've seen paper, looks great on paper, sucks when you put him in battle, and I've seen sucks on paper, a total nightmare when you put them in there. They're so awesome. So that's what that's what we got to do. You really can't get the you really can't see it until it plays out. So if anybody's got Evil Eye, let me know. I plan to throw some mats and enhancements his way, and you know, he's a triple S character, first one. Want to see what they got. Plus, I think he's pretty cool looking. I have always actually sort of kind of liked him. I like the arrogance that, you know, when they first introduced him. I thought, and he's really cool with the tiger and everything. So I thought, you know, I've always actually liked him. But when you got the character, I got him and he was free, and I put him in and he was dying. He had no healing. You know, and in the actual anime, he was always getting injured simply because of the fact that he really didn't have the defense to be staying on the front line like that. He got, of course, after the Sea God trials, he of course got a lot stronger. So I'm hoping we'll see that. But yeah, if you're using him, let me know, and you know, I might take him up a notch and do a little bit more focus on him if he can compete with Clear Sky. All right, so that's all I got. So remember, join the Hack if you want, and we'll be there. Sect, no requirements. All right, so thanks a lot for watching. As always, subscribe to the channel. Once you subscribe, you'll see a bell. If you click on the bell, you get notified each time I drop a video. Also, as always, like and share. Okay, helps the views on the video, and we want to get new out there because we're starting to get to the point where, you know, I got to start being a little bit more selective with what we're doing, because we are doing this from a free-to-play perspective. I haven't spent any money as of yet, so you know, We'll have to see. All right. So thanks a lot for watching. This is Ken Muir, still coming at you, still stuck in the corner, signing out.